Well, as long as she can hear us and vote by thumbs up, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Are we okay with that? Yep, she says she's good with that. All right, are we ready to start the meeting?
Yeah, you guys are live on YouTube
Okay.
now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, the code, and the governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Southborough Capital Planning Committee will be,
Southborough Housing.
Housing. Oh my word, where was I on that? Anyway, Southborough Housing will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend this meeting may be found on the Town of Southborough website at www.southboroughtown.com. For this meeting, the members of the public who were, okay, we already read that. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. All right, we're calling the meeting to order. And we need to review and approve the minutes. A motion?
I'll move, I read them, so I'll move to approve them.
Do you want a second, B? B seconds. Nancy Morris approves. Alex?
Approve.
You approve? And B, you approve. Yep, B approves. Okay. We need the report of the executive director.
Okay. So let's see. Quite a few vacancies these days in the Housing Authority. We have, I actually have 2 vacant units right now. And then we have 3 more that are going to be opening up. So we haven't been getting much of a break in the vacancy department. So all good though. I mean, just a lot with the pulling of the lists and that kind of thing. Like I said, I have 2 right now that are vacant and ready. One I had an offer on, ready to roll, and then the guy changed his mind. So I'm back to the drawing board on that. And the other 3, like I said, they're not emptied yet, but they will be soon. So we've been busy just doing a lot of screening in the office, a lot of unit turnover right now. So just I guess on the day-to-day, we've been pretty busy. Rent recertifications are all done. Everybody got their rent changes. They go into effect for May 1st. So people are coming in with questions and, signing addendums and that kind of thing. So that's always a process for us at this time of month. So this time of the year, I should say. So we're finishing those. I just started working on the annual plan and the capital plan for the Housing Authority again, similar to what I did last year. A little bit easier with the annual plan now that the whole meat and potatoes of it is done, but it's kind of the same thing. Everything has to get uploaded in there. And then in June, it'll be like a public forum before our regular meeting. The annual plan gets posted online so that people get to look at it. The public gets to come on and comment on anything that they want to about it or ask questions about what we do. So as far as the capital plan, again, I've been, just working on it. I didn't add too many new things to it, mainly because as far as projects, because we want to continue with these kitchens again. So trying to allot, money again for next year to do more kitchens once we see how these first 2 work out and what they end up costing. I did throw into the capital plan to finish all the flooring in the community room. I'd like to go through the whole rest of it with the that plank flooring that I have in the community room itself and in the office. I'm trying to get a quote to see if we can put it all the way through the hallway, the other side, the laundry rooms and the bathroom. If I cannot do it in one lump, then I will do it in 2 phases, but I'm hoping to get that done. And also to continue with the hallway floors, in the front hallway floors in the buildings, tenant buildings. I think we got halfway through those. They're not all the way done. So that's in there also. So I'm working on those. Next week, the senior center is having another lunch for the tenants, maybe the last one, I think, I'm not sure. So I'm going to send out a notice with that, but I'm also going to send out a notice saying that we're going to resume annual inspections. I'm picking 2 dates for sometime in May. I got to zero in on it tomorrow. I'll get a notice out by the end of the week just to tell tenants when we're coming through. So, you know, we kind of delayed them a little bit. We didn't do them like last year because of COVID, but we want to resume those. And I also want to get the AC split units cleaned again. So I've been working on a contract. I have 2 different quotes. It ended up costing more money last time than what they had told me that it was going to cost, because they were really dirty and blah, blah, blah. So I just, you know, it needs to be done, but it's expensive. I mean, just for straight cleaning of these units, for 56 of them, it's $6,000 to go through and clean them all. So it's not, and that's not counting if any of them need maintenance or need, you know, Freon or any of that. So I'm just trying to cover my bases in this contract to make sure these people don't charge me more money like they did last time. But I am going to do those again. It's a good time of year to do them before the summer comes around, and get them cleaned out. And then also, it just seems like they run like a charm in the winter, but in the summer, for whatever the reason, they seem to have problems. So hoping that the cleaning of them before we start cranking the AC might help. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, as you know, we had the vaccine clinic. I was pleased with that. I did, you know, I am putting that into the annual plan. As far as something that we did this past year, I really, like I said, I thanked people in the town for, you know, helping. I mean, I could have never pulled it off, especially where we did it right at Colonial Gardens without, you know, the help of the Board of Health agent and the whole fire department, and Leslie Chamberlain, the nurse, and Emily Amico, the other Board of Health nurse. You know, they were really, everybody was great, you know, and I really appreciate that they were willing to help us, you know. So yeah, I think most people at this point are vaccinated, which is good. So I think other than that, I'm waiting. The contract did go through for the kitchens, so I am just waiting for him to give me a date. Like I said, I know I'm running into in my other housing authority that things are back ordered. You know, people are waiting extensive lengths of time for lumber, for cabinets, you know. So projects are taking a little longer than normal because everything is just slower, given the time of year and with the whole pandemic. So I'm sure, but like I said, I know who this contractor is. He's a good contractor. I'm happy that he got the award. I'm hoping that it'll go smooth. I want to coordinate with him because actually, if he is going to maybe start next month, and you know, I think it would work out well. If I could coordinate that, I could put him in 2 empties instead of putting him in where we have these empties, instead of putting him in a unit, you know, that people are going to have to be uprooted when they're getting their kitchen done. I can't see why we couldn't do it, coordinate with a couple of empties. I think it would be a lot smoother of a process that way. So I'm going to wait and hear back. Hopefully by next month, I'll know more about that. So I think that's it. Other than that, Tony might need a little bit of help. I told him to get somebody, if he needs help, to help clean or paint or do some of these units. I mean, he's kept up with them, well, but it is difficult when you end up with so many vacant at one time. So I think that's it for me.
Do we, go ahead.
I have a couple of
Alex.
questions. Two things. One,
I can't hear you, Alex.
I don't know why not. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah,
I can hear him.
my mic is fine. Is your speaker connected?
Okay, sorry. Now I can hear you.
Two things. I think the plank flooring is a big improvement, but just a question. If we're going to start redoing some of the hallways, I know maybe because some of them already are the standard white, we've got to stick with it. But is there, we want to give any thought on the hallways that haven't been done, switching over to the plank flooring? Just a thought. You don't need an answer, just something to think about.
Yeah, I just don't know money-wise that's
Yeah,
gonna be,
that's one of the issues for sure. And then,
but I can certainly look into it.
and with the kitchen quotes, let's keep our fingers crossed. Lumber has gone up 25%, and a lot of contractors are backing out of their estimates. So
Yeah, but once this COVID thing gets going, it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
It'll drop.
yeah,
And I think they did. I think when they put all this out to bid, from what I understand, they've allowed for some of that. I mean,
let's just keep our ears to the ground on that one, because
Yeah.
there are contractors in the housing industry that are canceling their contracts because they were locked into a price they couldn't live with.
yeah,
Right, but as soon as everybody gets back to work, the price will go down. It's supply and demand.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, I hope so.
Hmm.
But no, I get it. So,
Well, do we have a motion to accept the director's report?
So moved.
Do we have a second? We have a second.
mhm.
Nancy's in favor. Alex, you're in favor.
Yes.
B's in favor. Then we're all in favor. We need a motion to approve the payment of the bills for $22,035.49.
I have one question on that.
Sure.
What are we paying the town $5,256.48 for?
I believe, that's the, I will double check, but I believe it's the pilot taxes. It's either the pilot taxes or the water. So once a year, we pay the pilot taxes.
What's a
Not
pilot?
on the not on the elderly, but we have to pay them on the family. There's there's taxes that
Is
we have
that
to
in
pay.
lieu of property tax?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have to pay them on 3 North Street and our families.
Oh, crap. Yeah, forget about those. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, I'm sorry, that's not the detail. I forgot to send it to you guys, and I am at home, so I printed it out at home and sent it over. But you're gonna sign them anyway, if you can,
I know,
Alex.
I was thinking the same
Yeah,
thing.
you'll
Look
see
then,
it.
yeah.
But I know I saw that in there, and I also saw the water bills, but the water bills, I think, just came in. So that's what it is. We pay that once a year.
Mhm. Okay.
It's a whole lot cheaper than property tax.
Yeah, no kidding.
Amen.
All right, then we have a motion to approve the bills at $22,035.
So moved.
Okay, B, do we have a second? Okay, Nancy's in favor. Alex, are you in favor?
I
And B, you're in favor.
can see a thumb.
Mhm.
Okay. Do we have any other business to come before the meeting?
Yeah.
Alex?
Okay. Was reviewing this today, so I'll bring it up again next meeting when I have a clearer picture of it. But the state is making a few efforts to see that there's at least one resident on every board, and conceivably having the residents, where possible, chair the board. So I'll have to get more information on it, but the point.
I'm a resident, I chair.
No, don't worry about it. It's not, that's not really the point. The point is that as I thought it was as any member becomes due, but it might just be me. I don't know. I'll research for next. The appointment is to be done by the committee, the tenant committee. And in this case, we don't really have a functional committee. In fact, when I think I was the last treasurer of it, and we had one meeting over 2 years at that point, and I don't think they've had any since. So the town will give exceptions to that when it's not appropriate, but I'll get more information and bring it back here. And it doesn't
So
really.
you're saying there's a tenant from Colonial Gardens that should be on this board
Yes,
in addition to us. Great,
not necessarily because I'm here.
okay.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's been in play for a long time, but then they tried to, like you said, they want it mandated, but they've kind of spit their wheels. But we have, like I said, we have a
We're
tenant.
covered on that account.
We've had a tenant since I've been here.
I think the difference that I'm scratching my head on, and I want to get more information, is that instead of it being appointed by the town or by election, if possible, they want the tenant association to appoint it. And in this case, I can think of a number of reasons why that might not be appropriate. So I'll get more information on it, because in reviewing it today, I realized I didn't have as clear a picture of it as I thought. But I'll probably get something for Lynn to distribute with an outline showing how all that works. This is not an imminent situation. I just want us to be clear on it when it does.
It would be great to have somebody else, so it would not be such a strain if somebody's missing. Another person on the board.
Well, there's supposed to be a town appointee. And
You don't have that. I'm an elected official.
I know.
Oh, B's a town. B, you're a town.
I mean, a
appointee.
state appointee.
Yeah,
not a
state,
town.
state appointee.
These, I think,
We
the
need a
town.
town.
Yeah, we're just missing one member. We're missing one member at large, just one member.
Well,
one
okay.
appointed
It
member.
could be, and I'll have this clarified by next meeting. It could be that if we're missing one member at large, that has to be appointed by the local tenants association, and where there really isn't an active one here, we could ask that be waived. But it's just some technicalities I want us to be familiar with before we have to go through them.
Sorry,
Okay.
do you know anybody that would want to be on the board?
That's the other thing that's mentioned in the literature. That's assuming someone wants to do it. So,
Okay.
You know that originally we had, when it was the last assignment of the board, there was John and there was another person, but the other person resigned. They decided they didn't want to come on the board.
again,
So we were going to have a full board. So it's not like we knew we were going to have a vacant seat.
yeah, I know. So I'll try to have something more concrete. Now, after reviewing it today, I realized I didn't know as much about it as I thought I did.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I didn't know if you were talking about board member trainings or.
No,
what.
I was talking about the way it was worded. Is the next time there's a vacancy, it gets filled regardless by the tenant association if there is one.
So you're concerned because they're not really active. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now I'm wondering if it's really just if it's me or if it's anyone on the board that they want there to be 4 or 5 people on the board. So again,
Yeah, it's supposed to be 5.
so I'll try to get this all clarified so I can give a clearer picture of it, because I don't have as clear a picture as I thought I had when I texted to you, Lynn.
And feel free to find somebody that would like to join us, because we're a real fun group. Just ask B, right?
How about Riley?
Yeah. He could give us a bark when he agrees.
She doesn't bark. The only time she barks is if a stealth bomber goes overhead. So I'm assuming that's her anti-war protest.
Oh, I guess you won't bark much.
Yeah.
It'll be a quiet definitely be a quiet board member.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, is there anything else?
Let's
Well,
see.
then I guess I need a motion to adjourn.
What's our next board meeting? Let's see. Let me look at the calendar. So next month, we are into
May.
May 19th. Sound
Sounds
right?
good to me.
Okay.
All right, so May 19th, 5:30. And we need a motion to adjourn.
So
Thank you,
moved.
Alex, for making it. And B, thank you for seconding it. And Nancy agrees. So I guess we adjourn.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Doug, you can leave now.
Okay,
Wow, we're early.
yeah. Thank